Hey everybody, and hope everybody's having a great week. And is it's been an very amazing week for me. So uh, I just kind of wanted to jump on for a little bit and talk about some of the things that are going on, and speak about one of the things that just came to me over the weekend. And of course, I've been practicing this for a long time, but I was standing there at this conference, and I just kept on looking at where I was at, and there was this waterway. And I'm going to show you a video of me there in a second, but it's you'll understand what I mean when I show the video. But um, literally, I'm just sitting and just looking at this water, and water has always been something that's brought me a lot of peace. And so, and just nature in general. So I've got a couple of really cool videos I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to start doing that on my calls here that are my lives that I do, because one of the things that I've realized is that and over the years is I love motivating people, giving them inspiration, but I also love traveling and I love nature. So I love sharing those things. And hopefully, through my experience, I'll inspire you all to be able to do something for yourself. And what I would love for you guys to do is find this YouTube channel called Yes Theory, and it's YES Theory. And so the reason why I want you guys to check this out is because Yes Theory is a bunch of young men that are following their dreams, and they're saying yes to everything, meaning things. So they feel like they need to do it, they say yes. If they're afraid of it, they say yes. And the reason why I'm telling you that, because they're the kind of the ones that have kind of inspired me to do this kind of show format. And because I love doing my lives and stuff like that, but I kind of want to share with you some cool stuff that's going on. And it's very simple things, it's not really difficult. So what I will share with you is this. I have people all the time that tell me, well, I would love to be able to do some of the things that you do. And I'm like, well, do it. And you don't have to do it to the extent that I do, but there's no reason why you can't do some things. Like I have people that tell me, I would love to go on a cruise. But I don't know if you guys all know this, but you can put $50 down on most cruises. And if you plan it out far enough in advance, then you can make payments on it every month. And so sometimes I book those out like a year to a year and a half in advance. I put $50 down and I make payments on it until it's paid off. But we always look here's and this is a lesson for life. And this is a lesson that I got because I always wanted to do some of these things and I would hold back because I would say, there's not enough money, there's not enough this, there's not enough that. And so, what the truth is that what ends up happening is if I kept on making those excuses, I finally went and looked one day, and I booked a Carnival cruise. It was like a 4-day Carnival cruise. We paid for it, and then we went on. But then I was like, wait a second, you can make payments on these things, and so I just always thought it was like you save your money and you put it aside, but so you make payments on it. And so, but in life, what's that all about? It tells us that we do what we can right now, and then we build into until we're where we want to be, and then that builds on something else. And so one of the things that why the name the title of this particular live, find peace in your heart, is that if you find peace in your heart, then the momentum will start going. But when we're clouded with all these ideas of what we can or cannot do right now, then we get caught up and then we never get anything done. And so that's just the thing, is that we have to start with what we can do right now. So let me show you this couple of these videos. I'm going to show you the first one as of this is of the I've got a couple of the Everglades, and I think it's really pretty down there, and I've never really stopped to look. And this is the first one. And I just think it's just really, really pretty. But here's the next one. And what I really found breathtaking about this is you can hear the birds chirping, the birds flying by, and the water off in the background, and the interstate, of course. And you just kind of take a deep breath in when you're there, because you can smell all the scents and everything else. Just absolutely beautiful. And of course, I walked out, and you can see the interstate. But then there's a fishing dock here, so I thought, well, why not just walk out there and see what's happening? And it's just really pretty. So, anyways, that's just a couple videos that I had, on my trip this last week down to Fort Lauderdale and the Everglades. But let me share with you the video where I was at the hotel, and I was so moved by this intercoastal waterway. I just thought it was absolutely gorgeous. And off there's all these hotels and everything around. And then my friend Kevin says that area over there where it's green, that it's just interesting that they've never moved, cleared that to build some kind of development. And especially as built up as Fort Lauderdale is. And so let me go ahead and share with you that video. Hey everybody, here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Hope everybody is having an amazing weekend. I'm at this transformational weekend with a bunch of incredible people, including this guy right here, Kevin.
Hey guys, good to see you.
And look at this view here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Absolutely breathtaking. And then we were talking about this nature over here. There's all these buildings and then that greenery right there. So it's really kind of tells me something. This water, everything in here, there's all this buildup of a city and everybody all around us waiting for the water taxi. And nature is still here. So that tells me that Mother Earth still is the queen or the monarch or the goddess of this planet. And some people always talk about the planet and stuff like that, but one of the things you can tell you is if you just sit here for a moment and appreciate this beauty, imagine what you can do in your heart. You just find it in your heart to find this beauty. And that's something I went through earlier. I was doing an exercise with somebody in this workshop that I'm in, and we spent a lot of time with me just dropping in my heart, because what I was saying I had convinced myself. And so we spent literally, we're going to tell this story, and we were joking about it, we're going to tell it while we're on stage at some point. We were literally in the bathroom, me and this gentleman, literally he was coaching me and pushing me because I was getting distracted by everything around me. And so that's one of the things, it's like, you sit there and you get in your heart here with nature and everything's beauty here, and you'll always find a path for yourself. You'll always find joy in your life. And I'm just, look at this, look how incredible it is. Absolutely beautiful. Anyways, just wanted to share this with you guys. Much love. Peace. All right. Thanks for it. Just was really moved at that moment. Kept just looking at that little waterway and thinking, wow, that's just really absolutely beautiful. And I really just think that's absolutely incredible. And so I had to get down there and just film something. It was just, I had to do it. And that's one of the things is if we follow our passion, what's making our heart go, oh, wow, I just really have to get down there. I have to do that TikTok. And then let's say I didn't do that. If I didn't do that video, then I would have been like, oh man, that was just a moment I missed. And so those are one of those things that when you feel those moments inside yourself where you have to do something, then act on it. And so, but a lot of times what happens is we let people hold us back because people are in a rush or something like that. And I had told Kevin a while, I was like, I want to go down there and film a video before we leave. And he was very patient about it. And so, because he does the same, he does videos for his stuff as well. And so, and it's one of those things where, but not everybody's going to understand that you're hanging out with. And the truth is that you have to follow that moment for yourself. And a lot of times we avoid it because we don't want to, face whatever is going to go on with people. And that leads me into the last video I'm going to show you guys. And it's actually on my Facebook, but I'm going to show it here as well. But basically the gist of this is we took a board and we wrote down all the things that we felt that was blocking us. And then on the other side, we wrote what would be happening in our lives that we felt would be happening in our lives if we didn't have those blocks. And then we went up on stage and we broke the board. And breaking the board is not super difficult. Maybe it is for somebody, it's a little smaller, but it's not super difficult. But the point of it is you're breaking through those blocks so you can get it on the other side. And so how we do that in life is we just start saying yes to ourselves. So that, like I was talking about with the video, I felt like I needed to do it. I was so moved to do it. And if I would have held myself back, then there would have been something in me like I might not want to do it because I don't want to make people wait and all that other kind of stuff. Those are blocks. And so and if we don't necessarily get the time to do it right, that's that second we can say, divine timing and divine order. But the truth is it's usually right in that moment you want to feel that impulse and you want to go do it. But let me go ahead and show this next video.
Right there. Yeah, great job.
So what's kind of cool about that exercise is they have built all this energy around it, and all this stuff is just you're just kind of flowing into it, and it just finally get there, and then you break that board, and you break in those moments where it's something that, hey, I'm breaking through these blocks, and then it starts getting you think, well, what boards do I need to break in my life? And so, and where have I held myself back and caused chaos in my heart and prevented myself from doing things that really is going to make me happy? So, what I would challenge you guys all to do is find something, whatever makes you happy, and start acting on those things one step at a time. Like I mentioned with the cruise earlier, you put the $50 down and then you make payments on it. You do the small steps at a time, and then you'll eventually end up in these big areas and these big goals, and things will really start happening. I am available for appointments. I put the link in the description. So if any of you would like an appointment with me, I would be glad to meet with you. Much love and peace. And I'm forgetting about the little banner here that I made last week. So I'm going to play that right now. You all have a wonderful day.